Hey everyone, welcome back to the Side Hustle Weekend podcast. My name is Ankit, and I'm the founder of Thrillverse Media and author of over 20 best-selling fiction novels. I started the Side Hustle Weekend community after noticing something very powerful. People with multiple income streams weren't just surviving tough times, they were thriving through them. Even if you're earning great money at your job right now, having side income gives you options and security that one paycheck just can't provide. Every week, our team gets together to talk about what's actually working in the world of side hustles and passive income. These conversations were too good to keep to ourselves, so we decided to start recording them for you. We're calling it the Side Hustle Weekend Podcast. But first, let me introduce you to your hosts for today. Meet Sarah Mitchell. She took AI tools and turned them into a legitimate six-figure business. Her insights on using AI for automation and scaling will blow your mind. And then there's Alex Parker. When he's not helping startups scale their operations, he's in the trenches, testing new side hustles and documenting what really works. In each episode, they dive into exciting new opportunities in the world of side hustles and passive income. So grab your coffee, take some notes, and let's talk about making money smarter, not harder. Also, before we start, hit that like button, share, and subscribe to join our Weekend Hustlers community. Turn on notifications so you don't miss our episodes where we break down more side hustle strategies. Over to you, Sarah and Alex, and I'll catch up with you at the end of the podcast.
All right, so you want your money to work harder for you in 2025, huh?
Sounds like it.
Well, you've come to the right place because in this deep dive, we're going to be checking out the passive income strategies of not one, not two, but three
Whoa, three.
YouTube finance gurus. That's right. We got Taylor Bell, Rachel Harrison's son, and Vincent Chan.
A lot of info to get through.
It is a lot, and they've got ideas for everything, from classic investments to like side hustles you wouldn't believe.
So what we doing here today?
We are going to help you sort through all that noise, figure out which of these passive income streams might actually work for you.
I like it. Cut through the noise. That's what we do here.
That's what we do. And I gotta say, looking through all this, there are some pretty surprising findings.
Oh, yeah. Some interesting perspectives for sure.
Yeah, so let's get started with something that at least seems pretty reliable, right?
Reliable, good.
Dividend stocks. We're talking dividend stocks.
Solid.
Taylor Bell is super into this, especially dividend kings and dividend aristocrats.
Yeah, those sound fancy.
They do sound kind of intimidating, right?
A little bit, yeah.
But really, it's just companies that have been consistently increasing their dividend payouts for at least 25 years in a row
For 25 years straight.
to become an aristocrat.
Aristocrats.
Okay, and then the kings, they take it even further. Over 50 years
50 plus years.
of increases.
Wow.
And the crazy thing is, even through, economic downturns, market crashes.
They keep paying.
They keep those dividends coming.
That is appealing.
Yeah.
Especially if you want stability.
Right. Like Taylor Bell uses Target as an example.
Target. Oh, yeah.
Which is a dividend king, by the way.
Thank
The
you.
current yield of 3.05%.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
But to actually make some serious money off that, like say $100 a week, you'd need to have like over $170,000 invested up front.
Yeah, see, this is what I mean about not everything being what it seems.
Right. It highlights the challenge with dividends. Like, yeah, Target's stable, but you might need to look at something that grows faster.
Riskier, maybe?
Yeah, potentially riskier to hit those income goals faster.
So patience is key here.
Oh, absolutely. Dividend investing.
Yeah.
It's a long game for sure.
Long game.
You got to let that compounding work. It's magic.
Compounding, explain that to me.
Your earnings are basically generating more earnings over time.
Interesting.
You're building that foundation
Got it.
for that steady, reliable income.
Yeah.
And reinvesting those dividends too, just like Taylor Bell does.
Smart.
Might not be for everybody, but if you're the set it and forget it type and you're in it for the long haul,
Yeah.
this could be a good fit for you.
Okay. So maybe not the fastest route, but definitely one for those who are looking for that slow and steady growth.
Like it?
Now, if you're more on the creative side,
Oh, creative. Let's get creative.
Taylor Bell, she also talks about print on demand.
Print on demand.
She really likes a platform called Gelato.
Gelato. Okay.
I think this is such a good example of how we can use technology to create passive income.
Yeah. How so?
Because with print on demand, you don't have to store any inventory.
No investment.
You don't have to manage shipping.
Oh, nice.
Gelato handles all of that.
They handle all of that.
They can even get most orders shipped within 5 days.
5 days. It's pretty quick.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter where the customer is.
Really?
So you're basically just focusing on being creative, designing those products.
So it's like you're the idea person.
Exactly. Taylor Bell uses the example of custom pet mugs.
Custom pet mugs. I love it.
So cute, but it can be so much more than just that.
Oh, yeah.
Think niche hobbies,
Right.
fandoms, even like inside jokes.
Really?
I mean, anything you can think of.
Wow, the possibilities.
Endless. Endless.
The key is to find that specific niche
Right.
where your creative skills actually meet what people want.
So research is important.
Oh, super important.
Yeah.
You got to know what people are looking for.
Yeah, I bet. And it's not just about finding the niche, it's offering like a variety of products within that niche.
That's true.
The merchants on Gelato that have like 10 to 50 designs,
Yeah,
they see way more revenue than those with less than 10.
that makes sense.
So even within one niche, you still got to diversify. That's a good point. Okay, so we've talked about slow and steady dividends, creative print on demand.
Love it.
Let's move on to digital products.
Digital product, all right.
Both Taylor Bell and Rachel Harrison's son had some really interesting things to say about this.
Like what?
We're talking ebooks, online courses, budgeting templates,
Stuff like that.
anything you can create once and sell online over and over again.
Oh, that's smart.
And the overhead costs are super low.
Yeah, I imagine.
That's the beauty of it. Digital products can reach anyone in the world.
Global reach.
You have high profit margins.
Nice.
And they're easy to update.
Easy to update. That's good. But with so many digital products out there, how do you make yours stand out?
Well, you got to create something that's actually valuable,
Valuable.
especially in such a crowded marketplace.
Right. You got to give people a reason to choose yours over everything else.
I like that. So what should our listener be thinking about in terms of like finding your niche here?
I think it comes down to your competitive advantage.
Competitive advantage?
What makes you different?
Okay.
What makes you better? Or maybe even the first to offer a specific solution.
Interesting. Once you figure that out, then you got to build an audience
All right.
and market that product effectively.
Market it.
It's not just about creating something.
Yeah.
It's about creating something people are willing to pay for.
People will pay for. Absolutely.
I love that. It all goes back to understanding your skills, your expertise,
Yeah.
and finding a way to package that in a way that helps people.
That's it. That's the key.
Okay, so next we have this whole world of affiliate marketing.
Affiliate marketing, I've heard of this.
Both Taylor Bell and Rachel Harrison's son have had some success with this.
Okay, cool.
Basically, you promote other people's products,
Okay.
and you earn a commission on every sale
Got it.
through unique referral links.
Seems pretty straightforward.
It can be,
Yeah.
but the potential earnings really vary.
In what way?
Well, Taylor Bell was talking about friends of hers who are making like over $40,000 a month.
Whoa, $40,000 a month.
Through affiliate revenue. Seriously.
That's a lot. But usually that comes from focusing on higher priced items
Okay.
and building a big audience.
Right. So the more targeted the audience,
Yeah.
the more valuable the product,
Uh-huh.
the more money you can make.
That makes sense. And there are different approaches to affiliate marketing too.
Think what?
Rachel Harrison's son talked about the power of promoting through email lists.
Oh, email lists. Interesting.
You build that strong relationship with your subscribers
Yeah.
and offer them like valuable recommendations
Uh-huh.
that can lead to some serious passive income.
It could. So email's not dead after all.
Apparently not. This is something worth exploring even if you're just starting out.
Good to know. Okay, now this is where things get a little meta.
Nada.
Taylor Bell actually recommends starting a YouTube channel for passive income.
As a passive income stream,
Yeah.
making videos doesn't exactly scream passive to me.
I know, right?
It seems like a lot of work. It is a lot of work up front. I'll give you that.
Mhm.
But it's the long-term potential that's really appealing.
Mm.
See those older videos? They can keep making ad revenue indefinitely.
As long as people are still watching them.
Yeah. As long as they're getting views,
Mm.
it's like you build this library of content that keeps working for you even when you're not working on it.
So it's like a digital asset that keeps on giving.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You build it and they will come. Or in
Yeah.
this case, they'll
Well-
keep clicking and generating revenue.
Love that analogy. She even gave a real life example. One of her videos has earned over $119,000 in ad revenue,
Wow.
and it's still going strong after 2 years.
2 years later. That's amazing.
I mean, that's pretty convincing.
It is. But, building that audience takes time and effort.
Right. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme.
No, but if you're passionate about something and you enjoy making videos,
Yeah.
YouTube could be a really rewarding path to passive income.
I think she makes a good point. Okay, so we've covered dividends.
Dividends.
Print on demand.
Print on demand.
Digital products.
Digital.
Affiliate marketing.
Affiliate marketing.
And YouTube.
And YouTube. We've covered a lot.
That's a lot to take in. So before we move on to the next batch of ideas, any key takeaways for our listeners so far?
I think the biggest takeaway is that there's no right answer here.
That's true.
It's not like one path is better than the others.
Right.
Each of these approaches has its own pros and cons. What works for one person might not work for another.
Yeah.
You got to know yourself.
Know yourself.
What are you good at?
What are your interests?
What resources do you have?
Yeah.
And then choose the path that aligns with all of that.
So it's about finding that sweet spot where your skills and passions meet a viable income opportunity.
That's it. Excellent.
Okay. We're going to take a quick pause here. And when we come back, we'll explore some more passive income ideas from Vincent Chan and Rachel Harrison Son.
More ideas coming up.
They've got some really unique perspectives on real estate investing, buying small businesses, and even self-publishing.
That's good.
Stay tuned. All right, we are back and ready for more passive income ideas.
More ideas.
This time we're turning to Vincent Chan and Rachel Harrison Son for their insights.
Okay.
They've got some really interesting takes on things like real estate, small businesses, even self-publishing.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, so Vincent, he starts off by talking about REITs,
Great.
which are real estate investment trusts.
For those who don't know.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
So basically, these are companies that own and manage different types of real estate,
Okay.
and you can invest in them through the stock market.
So instead of like buying a property yourself.
Yeah, you're buying shares in a company that does that for you.
I see.
And what's interesting about REITs is they're legally required to distribute at least 90% of their taxable income to shareholders as dividends.
Oh, wow.
So you're basically getting a piece of the rental income from those properties.
Without being a landlord.
Without all the hassle.
Right.
But with so many different types of real estate out there,
Yeah.
how do you know which REITs to invest in?
That's a good question. That's where research comes in.
Research, okay.
Vincent points out that the type of real estate a REIT focuses on can really affect its performance.
I can see that.
Like, for example, with more people working from home now,
Yeah,
REITs that specialize in office spaces might not be as attractive
that's true.
compared to those that focus on data centers,
Oh, interesting.
because those are in high demand,
Right.
with all the tech stuff going on.
That makes sense.
So you got to understand those bigger economic trends,
Right.
and how they're likely to impact those different real estate sectors.
So it's not just about picking any REIT, it's about understanding the underlying assets and their potential for growth.
You got it. It's all about understanding the fundamentals.
What else should we be thinking about when we're looking at REITs?
Leverage.
Leverage, okay.
That's how much debt the REIT is using to finance its properties.
So it's like taking out a mortgage on a house.
Exactly. REITs use debt to grow their portfolio.
Right.
But just like with anything, too much debt can be a bad thing.
It can hurt their profit
Exactly.
and reduce those dividends that you're getting.
Right. So you got to find that balance.
It's a balance.
You got to look at their debt levels carefully.
So REITs definitely seem worth exploring for that passive income tied to real estate without having to actually own and manage the properties yourself.
For sure.
Yeah.
But remember, with any investment,
Yeah.
you got to do your research,
Yeah.
understand the risks involved.
Absolutely. Okay, so Vincent doesn't stop there.
Oh, there's more.
He also talks about buying a small business.
Buying a business. Now, that sounds a little more hands-on than passive.
I know, right? That was my first thought, too.
But hear him out.
Okay.
His point is, you don't have to start from scratch.
Okay.
You can buy an existing business that's already making money.
Ah, I see.
And that can be run without you needing to be super involved.
Less hands-on.
Yeah. He gives this example of a friend who bought an Amazon FBA store from the owners who were retiring.
Oh, okay.
So the store already had everything set up.
Systems in place.
Customers, a team. All his friend had to do was use his marketing skills
Smart.
to grow the business even more. It's a different way to think about passive income.
Yeah, for sure. But it could have some big potential.
Absolutely. The key is to find a business that matches your skills and what you're interested in.
Right. So if you're good at marketing or operations
or customer service,
find a business where you can use those skills to add value.
that's the key. Find your zone.
Makes sense. Then he also mentions briefly renting out your car on Turo.
Turo.
It's like Airbnb, but for cars.
Oh, that's cool. I've heard of that.
Yeah. Have you ever looked into it?
I have a little bit.
It seems like it could be really profitable in cities or tourist areas.
Yeah, places where people need rental cars.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But just like with REITs, location matters.
And the type of car you have.
Right. If you've got a car that's in high demand
Uh-huh.
and you live where people are always looking for rentals,
Yeah.
this could be a pretty easy way to make some extra cash.
Pretty easy.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to think about things like insurance and maintenance.
Yeah, for sure. And wear and tear on your car, too.
Good point. Okay, so let's move on to Rachel Harrison's son and her experience with self-publishing.
Self-publishing.
She's done really well with this.
She has. She talks about the potential of both fiction and nonfiction books,
Okay.
and also what are called low-content books.
Low-content books, what are those?
Things like planners, journals, workbooks.
Oh, I see.
They're great for passive income because you don't have to write a ton of content.
So you're not writing a novel?
Not necessarily. You can create templates, upload them to platforms like Amazon KDP,
Amazon KDP?
and the print-on-demand system handles the rest.
So it's kind of like a mix of design and digital products.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like creating a digital product that gets printed and shipped on demand.
That's cool. And it sounds like it's working for her.
It is. Rachel has made over $500,000 from self-publishing.
Whoa. $500,000.
That's incredible. And she doesn't stop there. She also uses affiliate marketing, promoting products related to self-publishing to her email list.
So she's leveraging her audience.
Yeah. She's providing them with valuable recommendations that can help them on their own self-publishing journey.
It's like a win-win.
Totally. A win-win for everyone. And it seems like a big thing here is diversification.
Diversification.
Building multiple streams of income,
Uh-huh.
even within the same niche, that can really boost your earnings.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be overwhelming.
Right.
You can start with one or two ideas that really speak to you.
Yeah.
And then as you get more experience, you can add more.
Gradually build your portfolio.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. So we've talked about REITs,
Rates.
buying small businesses,
Renting out cars.
self-publishing.
And even adding affiliate marketing into the mix. We've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive.
We have. I'm feeling overwhelmed just thinking about it all.
I know, right? But I think the key takeaway here is that passive income, it's not about finding that one magic solution.
It's not about getting rich quick.
No, it's about exploring those possibilities,
Yeah.
experimenting, finding what works best for you.
Find what works for you.
I like that. It's all about that personal journey to financial freedom.
Makes sense.
All right, we're going to take another quick pause. And when we come back, we'll break down all this information and help our listener figure out how to choose the passive income streams that are right for them.
Sounds good.
Stay with us. All right, we're back. And wow, we have covered so much in this deep dive.
I know, right?
Everything from dividend investing to self-publishing to even like buying a business.
Yeah.
That's a lot. I bet you're feeling inspired, but maybe a little overwhelmed too.
Yeah, just a tad.
Like, where do you even start with all these possibilities?
That's a big question.
So how do we help our listeners kind of sift through all this information and figure out which of these streams are the right fit for them?
Well, it's tempting to want to jump into everything all at once,
I know, I do that.
but I think focus is key.
Focus.
Instead of spreading yourself too thin, start by asking yourself some questions.
Okay, like what?
What are you already good at?
Good, okay.
What do you enjoy doing?
Uh-huh.
How much time and effort are you actually willing to put in up front?
Time commitment. That's a big one.
It is. Some of these things like building a YouTube channel,
Yeah,
it takes a lot of work before you start seeing those passive income rewards.
that's true. People think passive income means no work.
Yeah, but that's not really true.
Not always.
There's usually a good chunk of work you got to do at the beginning.
You got to build that foundation.
Exactly. It's like planting a seed.
Oh, I like that.
You got to nurture it, water, you give it time to grow.
Before you can harvest.
Exactly. And once you've thought about like your time and your resources,
Uh-huh.
think about your risk tolerance too.
Risk tolerance.
How much risk are you comfortable with?
That's important.
And then think about your income goals.
Goals.
So are you looking for a little extra cash, or do you want to replace your full-time income eventually?
Big difference.
Huge. Your goals are going to shape your strategy.
So it's like skills, resources, risk tolerance, and income goals.
It's all connected.
All those pieces have to fit together.
To create a plan that actually works for you.
And I imagine diversification is still important.
Absolutely. Even if you're only starting with one or two ideas,
Yeah.
building multiple streams of income over time is going to give you more security.
Like a safety net.
Exactly. If one stream dries up,
Something happens.
you've got others to fall back on.
It's about creating a more resilient financial ecosystem.
Exactly.
Okay, so as we wrap up this deep dive,
Yeah.
I want to leave our listener with one final thought.
Okay.
If you could design your ideal passive income lifestyle.
Hmm.
What would it look like?
What would it look like?
What does financial freedom mean to you?
That's a great question to think about.
It is. What matters most to you?
Yeah. Is it time with family and friends?
Travel.
Pursuing your passions?
Or just having that peace of mind?
Knowing you're financially secure?
Exactly. Once you have that vision. Yeah. What's the first step you can take today to get a little bit closer?
Could be a small step.
It could be setting up a brokerage account,
Brainstorming some product ideas.
researching affiliate programs.
Or just writing down those income goals.
Yeah, that's a good one. Just getting it out of your head and onto paper.
Taking that first step. It's always the hardest part.
It is. But once you have that momentum, it gets easier.
You just got to keep moving forward.
So true. Building those passive income streams takes time and effort.
It does. But it can be so rewarding.
Life-changing even.
Totally. And don't forget to enjoy the process.
Yes. The journey is just as important as the destination.
Absolutely.
Well said. Well, on that note, I think it's time to wrap up this deep dive.
Sounds good.
We've explored so many ideas, and I hope you're feeling inspired to take action.
Me too.
Remember that journey to financial freedom?
Yeah.
It all starts with a single step.
One step at a time.
So what are you waiting for?
Get out there.
Go build the life you've always dreamed of.
I got this.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep.
Thanks, Sarah and Alex. That was an incredible discussion. You both always bring such practical insights to the table. For everyone watching, if you're ready to take action on what you learned today, here's where you can find more resources. First, head over to sidehustleweekend.com. We've put together detailed guides, templates, and case studies. And while you are there, don't miss out on our free newsletter, Side Hustle Weekend. If you found value in today's discussion, hit that like button and subscribe to join our Weekend Hustlers community. Turn on notifications so you don't miss our episodes where we break down more side hustle strategies. Check the description below for all the tools and resources we mentioned today. Remember, everyone's journey starts with a single step. Whether you're looking to make an extra $500 a month or build something bigger, start with what you learned today and take action. We'll see you in the next episode where we'll break down another practical way to grow your income. Keep hustling smarter, not harder.